Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Buckley. I am a sex and relationship therapist, and I work with a lot of couples. And last year, 2020, it was a rough year. I mean, a really rough year for all of us. And I found that there were some couples that actually grew closer. Their relationships improved in 2020. But there were also a lot of relationships that got worse. They disconnected and even ended. What's the difference between the couples whose relationships got better versus the couples whose relationships got worse? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So here's what I've learned from the couples that I've worked with and the things that I've been teaching couples for so many years, 20 years to be exact. There are things you can do to improve your relationship even when circumstances are really, really hard. And 2020 was one of those years. So I'm going to talk about the things that you can do to make sure that in 2021, your relationship gets better. So let's talk about the things that successful couples do and happy couples do, and the things that you can do to make your relationship the relationship that you want to have in 2021. So one really important thing that you've probably heard me talk about if you watch my videos, but it is probably one of the most important things, or things that I see in all of the couples that I work with who are doing really well, they live in gratitude. In other words, they focus on the things they love about their partner, the things that they are grateful for in their relationship, rather than looking for all of the things that are wrong, or focusing on the things that their partner isn't doing. It doesn't mean to ignore the things that are problematic or that need to be addressed, but that's what we do automatically. We focus on the things we don't like or the things that aren't working, especially when we feel annoyed with our partner, which, let's face it, is easy to do when you're spending a lot of time in the same house. But when you're focusing on the things that you are grateful for and the things that your partner does, even though they may not be perfect, they may not do it exactly the way that you want to do it, but if they are making an effort, give them the benefit of the doubt, know that their intentions are good, and focus on the way that they love you. It may not be exactly the way you want to be loved, but know that they love you and live in that state of appreciation and gratitude. That is such an important thing that I notice that happy couples do. Another really important thing to do to stay connected is to make sure that you are touching, that you are affectionately touching, that you're sexually touching, that you're making an effort to show your partner through touch and affection and sex how much you desire them and how attracted you are to them. And when we feel desired in our relationship, we are a much better partner. So if you do the things to show your partner that you're attracted to them, that you desire them, that you love them, and touch is a great way to do that, you will find that you will be happier because your partner will be happier. And it does a lot to improve the relationship. Make those efforts. Non-sexual touching is important too. I'm not talking about just sexual touch. I'm talking about touch in general. And it is especially important to touch your partner without any expectation of sex. Okay, now this next one is one of, I think, the most important things that I have found over all the years I've been working with couples. The couples who grew closer in 2021 definitely did this. They had fun together. And that's not always so easy. How do you have fun? So being together, talking, having sex, those are important things. But fun, laughing together, creating fun, memorable moments is so important. And all of the couples that I've worked with in this past year who got closer, they really got creative and they found a way to add fun into their lives, even if they were completely stressed out. Even if they had kids at home, and let's face it, having kids at home during a pandemic is not easy, but especially important to have fun when you have a lot of stressful circumstances in your life. So whether it is game night or just creating new ways to be together, it is one of the things that really keeps couples together. And laughing together, especially when you're having really bad moments, sometimes the most stressful moments or your worst moments, when you can laugh at them, I mean, that's the best healing and connecting thing you can do in your relationship. And it was interesting because when I talked to my couples at the end of the year and I asked them the things that they feel good about that they have done, or the things that have worked for them in the past year, having fun together or creating special time together was one of those things that pretty much all of them said. So one really important thing to do is to create time together alone without electronics. No kids, no electronics, no distractions, just to really spend time together and to talk about the things you're struggling with and talk about the things that you're missing. Be interested in each other, really ask a lot of questions and really listen. To not have those outside distractions, so important. Equally important is having time for yourself, which can be challenging if you're both working from home, but really important to do the things that you enjoy, have that space and your alone time. And really what it boils down to in the end, the couples that do better, they communicate effectively, they don't try to be right in their arguments, they listen, they're curious, they do loving things every single day. In other words, they are intentional about having a better relationship. And when you do those things, all the things we talked about, focusing on the things your partner does, making sure that you are touching, making sure you're expressing appreciation, and really making time to have fun, to have time alone together without any distractions, making sure you take time for yourself to get your needs met, and just being intentional overall about creating the kind of relationship you want, your relationship will get better in 2021. And that's what I want for you. Be intentional. Do the things that you can do. Watch my videos. There's so many great tips and things that you can do, exercises, things that you can do sexually to create more excitement in bed, which is also really, really important. And I promise that if you do these things, your relationship will get better. Relationships that got worse, they got stuck. They didn't communicate. They were feeling resentful. They were focusing on all of the things that were wrong. They were not taking time for themselves or their relationship. I get it. It was a really, really hard year, but it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes desire and intention. So this year, I want you to have the best relationship that you can. Watch my videos. I put them out every single week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are finding these useful, and I will give you things that you can do every single week that could really impact your relationship in a very positive way. And if you're liking these videos, please hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon. So here's to 2021, a better year, a better life, and a better relationship. Bye, everyone.